Gerard went to the harbour.
To go fishing?
No, to see Breschon.
About his boat?
Well, they talked. After that, he went to the airport.
To meet someone?
He received a visitor there.
Anyone we know?
Not altogether.
Reggie, what do you mean, not altogether?
Gerard met a man who very much resembled the old boy on the boat.
Breschon?
So, makes you wonder, doesn't it?
What?
Whether or not we're about to make a catch. You know, like fishing. A catch.
Perhaps it's time we cast a little bait.
What, you mean use Kelly and the girl? What's the matter?
Do you have to tell the whole of Villefranche what we're about to do? I think we'd better go.
Yes, I must indeed. Don't forget to pay the bill. There's a good chap.
No. Anything else, but not this. Not politics.
Oh, come on.
I'll do anything for money, but not this time.
But this boat suits us so well.
There are plenty of other boats.
That's final.
That's final.
You know, I'm always so sorry when someone signs their own death warrant. Especially when I like them. What's the matter? You seen a ghost or something?
Who are you?
But then we never thought he would agree, did we?
On September the 3rd, you robbed an American tourist of 1,000 francs. And finally, last week, you stole 20 pounds in traveler's checks from a retired English major. It was all the holiday spending money he possessed. A formidable list of crimes, monsieur, for which you would normally receive a very severe penalty. Fortunately for you, though, you have friends here in Villefranche.
Good friends, too. We want to help you, give you a chance.
Give me a chance?
You do want to go free, don't you?
What's the catch?
Ah, yes, well, there has to be a catch, isn't there?
We want you to rob someone else.
And then kill him.
How the hell didn't you keep him with you?
He disturbed you. You didn't have to kill him.
You were supposed to keep him busy, to stop him from coming home.
He wouldn't stay.
What's the matter? You losing your
I
chance?
tried.
Got to get out.
You could say it was an accident.
An accident? I was robbing the man. I've got to get out of here.
No.
Get some. Friend of yours. The one who brings the whiskey.
Breschon?
Yeah. He's back now. He can take me.
But where?
Day's starting well, I see.
Stretch the legs a bit.
Yes, why not?
Time, I think.
Yes, indeed.
Monsieur?
Your turn, I think.
I think not.
I paid yesterday.
Oh, did you? Well, now look what you've done.
Merci, monsieur.
Oh, thank you. Interesting? Very.
Oh, you're a stickler for business.
Not at all. Well, what's happening?
You'll make it.
I'm so glad. Cheers.
Cheers.
Rachel! Rachel! Rachel!
Well?
Hey, Rachel.
Who are you?
Kelly, you don't know me. I'm a friend of Francoise.
Francoise.
You remember Francoise? At the Bar Fontaine?
Ah, the pretty one, huh? The very pretty one. Is she your wife?
No.
Married?
No, we're just...
Oh, so who wants the wife, anyway? But we haven't met before, huh?
No. Look, she said you were a friend, that you'd help.
Well, Bresson is everyone's friend. But if you need my help, sir, I have to know why.
There's a wind blowing up. Must be the Mistral.
You and your Mr. Kelly.
His name's Richard.
Yes, maybe. To his friends.
You know, if you hadn't insisted on visiting him...
We wouldn't have a flat tire.
Exactly.
Well, we could hardly pass right by his doorstep without dropping in.
Steve, I don't call this ridiculous diversion door-to-door service.
Oh, I suppose it's only your friends we're allowed to visit at a moment's notice.
Oh, really, Steve?
Anyway, you like Richard. He's a colourful character.
Look, if we had time for this sort of thing, fine. But I've got to see my publisher in London.
What's time got to do with it? Truth is, you're jealous. Jealous of an old boyfriend.
Steve? I suddenly feel like a long walk. See you in Villefranche.
So, you paint, huh?
Yes.
You keep alive by painting?
I work along the waterfront, in the restaurants. Tourists are easily flattered by handsome...
Monsieur Kelly, I didn't ask you what you painted. Just whether you keep alive by what you do. Or whether you have other irons in the fire, huh?
Most of us do, don't we?
Only now one of these irons has become too hot to hold any longer. I am asking you why you have to get out of the country, my friend.
Reasons?
Reasons? Of course there are reasons.
It's none of your business.
Oh, you arrive on my boat, demand I take you somewhere, and don't tell me why. Is that reasonable?
I've just got to get out of the country, that's all.
Huh? And go where? I said go where, monsieur?
I thought... Africa?
You thought?
Yes.
You know, I have a funny feeling the police are after you, eh? All right, Kelly, all right. I'll tell you what I do. How much you have? Money, monsieur.
Oh, 900 francs.
Ah, not enough.
But I can't get any more. It's too dangerous out.
And it's too dangerous for me to take you, eh?
How much do you want?
2,000 francs?
But I can't.
Well, I'm here and available. But only when you get the money, huh?
Monsieur?
Oh, good afternoon. Mr. Temple. I have a booking, I think.
Ah, but your wife has already signed in, Monsieur Temple. She is just around the corner having a cup of tea.
Yes, well, I'll just take the key, if you don't mind.
Oh, certainly, Monsieur.
Thank you. Go upstairs and have a bath.
Oh, Monsieur, I am so sorry, but the boiler this morning, poof. I regret there is no hot water. Not until this evening.
The clothes suit you.
I smell a fish already.
Think what you'll be like in a month. I suppose you'll be drinking whiskey.
Festies?
Ah, you're getting common in your tastes. The role must suit you, too. Well, how's it all going?
As planned.
Then why haven't you brought the boat across?
Caution, that's all.
Over what?
But you'll get her tomorrow.
I asked over what?
Brechon. He helps people. He has a name for it in Villefranche.
Is there trouble?
No trouble.
But someone has been to see you. And you agree to help. For God's sake, what sort of fool are you?
Please. Please don't talk to me like that, huh? He's a boy, that's all.
You must get rid of him.
I will. But in my own way, monsieur.
Who is he?
He's an artist. He's wanted by the police, which makes it all the easier for us to deal with him.
You're sure that's all he is?
Shall I say that I'm working on it?
You suspect him?
I suspect everyone. Even you, sir.
I'll have Gerard check up on him.
Tell Gerard to check with a girl called Francoise. She works at the Bar Fontaine and is also Kelly's mistress. She knows Brechon as well.
He'll be careful.
After that, I need some help with the disposal problem.
The whiskey?
No, the body. We can't leave the real Brechon on board forever.
It might have been better if you had never killed him.
We needed his boat, not him.
Very well. Gerard can help you with that, too.
Tonight?
He'll bring the van. The American Sixth Fleet will be exercising here. You will operate in this area. You know what we need from you?
I am a specialist. I spent 3 months having my face changed and traveled 2,000 miles to do this job. I know what I have to do.
I wonder, when my husband comes down, could you tell him I've gone to see a Mr. Kelly at the Bar Fontaine?
Certainly, madam.
Thank you.
Excuse me, would you mind telling me who that charming young lady was?
Oh, you mean Mrs. Temple?
Temple? Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Are they staying long?
Oh, just the one night, monsieur.
Oh, thank you very much.
Nice place you have here. I come from Lyon to see a friend of mine. He said there was life down here, you know, girls, dancing, that sort of thing.
Another drink, monsieur?
More beer. He must have been drunk when he wrote the letter. Still, that's Kelly all over. You know Kelly?
No.
Kelly. K-E-L-L-Y.
No.
That's funny. He said he worked here as an artist, sketching people. Me, I'm just a draftsman. Not as clever as Kelly. Still, I expect he'll be back.
He won't.
And you do know him.
Are you the police? What will happen to him if he's caught?
Well, in prison he'll have more time for his painting, won't he?
Première à gauche et enfin première à droite.
Pardon, mademoiselle.
Je vous en prie. Could I see Richard Kelly, please?
Kelly?
Oh, this is the Bar Fontaine, isn't it?
Yes, but there's no one here called Kelly.
Oh. Must have the wrong bar. painting of you?
Yes?
But surely it's by Richard Kelly.
I don't know anyone called Kelly.
Monsieur Temple. Monsieur, your wife has asked me to tell you she has gone to the Bar Fontaine to see a Mr. Kelly.
Thank you.
Monsieur.
I think I'd like a drink, if that's at all possible.
Oh, certainly, monsieur.
There's a whiskey, please, a large one.
Monsieur.
First of the many, eh?
Oh, I think one will be enough.
Oh, I say you're jolly quick. I only heard about it myself this morning.
Quick?
Well, you are from London, aren't you? From the newspapers?
No. I'm just spending the evening here with my wife.
Oh. Oh, well, it gives us a bit of peace, I suppose. It's going to be quite an invasion later on, I can tell you.
Thank you. You expecting journalists for something?
Well, haven't you heard about our murder? I think I'd like one of those, please. Shall I have another?
No. A murder here in Villefranche.
An Englishman, I'm ashamed to say. He's rather let the side down, I'm afraid. Mind you, I mean, he's just one of these dirty, layabout artists, you know, who doesn't know the rules.
And he's a murderer?
Yes, he bashed an old chap to death in Nice last night, while he was robbing him.
This artist, what's his name?
Oh, I don't know, dear old chap. It's an Irish-sounding name, I think.
It's not Kelly, is it?
Yes, that's it. Why, do you know him?
No, but if it's the same chap, he used to know my wife.
Oh, good heavens. Why, sir, I'm most frightfully sorry.
Yes, she's just out looking for him now.
Well, she won't find him. You know, you needn't worry about that.
Oh, he's been arrested already, has he?
No, he's gone to ground. Left the country, I shouldn't be surprised.
Oh, that's my wife. You won't.
No.
Good bath?
Yes, fine. Darling, you've been to see Kelly. Did you find him?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Forgetting...
Well, after all, Paul, it was your fault.
Oh, yes, of course.
You've been nagging me all the way from Milan.
Steve,
I just think you might apologise, that's all.
All right, I apologise.
It's sincere. An apology, I suppose.
Yes, darling, you're absolutely right.
Don't patronise me.
I'm not. I'm going to feed you to the lions if you don't stop nagging me. Come on, food. So, where'd you like to eat?
Well, they're mostly closed along here.
Well, I know. Why don't we try and find somewhere in the old town itself? Hmm?
Oh.
Pardon. Encore, mademoiselle.
Pas du tout.
Is he another ex-boyfriend?
No, I bumped into him this morning.
Or when you went to find Kelly?
Yes.
You didn't see him, did you?
No, he wasn't in.
No. Steve? I'm afraid you're not going to find him.
Oh, Paul, that's not fair. You said we could
No,
stay.
it's not that. It's just that... Well, your friend Richard Kelly's in rather a messy situation.
Messy?
Yeah. I don't know all the facts, but... Well, I understand he's wanted for murder.
Murder? Richard? Oh, Paul, you're not serious. You are serious.
What was Temple's reaction when you told him?
A picture of remorse.
For his wife?
Oh, yes, quite the loving husband.
You ever read any of his books?
Well, I browsed at Heathrow occasionally. I rather like reading the biography bits in the inside cover. He's an educated man.
Disturbingly clever, too. The way he works out his plots, I mean.
Well, now look what you've done.
What?
Tartar sauce all down your chest.
Oh, I haven't, have I?
Actually, I quite like him.
Temple?
Well-mannered sort of chap.
Is he gone?
No, there's going to be a mark.
Oh, dear. You'll keep an eye on him, of course.
Of course.
Make sure he doesn't interfere.
Where is it? Down here?
Well, but I want a good price for it, you understand?
Always very fair, you know that. 15 francs a bottle, that's all I can offer.
Ah, my friend, you drive a hard bargain.
What did you have in mind?
Something that allows me a little profit, eh? So, a young Mr. Kelly again. What are you doing here?
You said I could come back.
Did I also give you permission to sneak up onto my boat?
Did he?
And did you take a little look at my cargo downstairs?
Cargo?
Whiskey.
I haven't touched it.
Look, he said, not touch. Look.
Of course not.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
Look, I just did in there, that's all. God's sake.
So, you raised the money, eh, Kelly?
Yes.
Have you? All 2,000 francs? How much do you have?
1,300.
Not enough.
Brechon, for God's sake!
Not enough, I said. These young people. When will they learn, eh? When will they learn?
I'll get you the rest of the money.
How? By more stealing?
It's no good, Kelly. I've changed my mind.
But you said...
Said. What does saying things matter, eh?
Brechon, please believe me, I will get it.
You come up with the rest of the money, huh? And I'll consider.
I'll ask Francoise.
Sure. You ask Francoise.
I will get it.
He's on the run, all right.
Follow him, make doubly sure. And Gerard, come back here tonight. We still have the body to dispose of.
Kelly, he'd never kill anybody. I don't care what you say.
Barfontaine? Yes? Who? Françoise! Telephone! Keep your own business in your own time, huh?
Yes. Kelly, where are you? I'll try, but it's a lot of money. Let me think. Go to the harbor. There's an old building, a disused customs house. Yes, that's the one. Brechon uses it to keep his goods. Go there. I'll come later.
Françoise, you were busy.
Nice-looking man, isn't he? Well, don't look now.
You'll have another word with him before you go, won't you? Just to make absolutely sure he's in the picture.
But not included in the frame.
What? You know, when I made jokes like that at school, the head of house would beat me. Without mercy. Don't forget.
Come on now, Steve. Have that brandy. Look, it's 4 years since you knew Kelly. For heaven's sake, people do change, you know.
He's in trouble and he needs help, and that's all there is to it.
Yes, well, if we find him, we'll do what we can, shall we? But we've still got to leave Villefranche tomorrow.
Well, that just might not be possible.
But you know I've got an appointment with my publisher on Friday. I can't possibly...
All right, you go and I look after Kelly. I'm going to help him. Oh, I'm sorry. You bring out the worst in me sometimes.
That takes a lot of doing, doesn't it?
I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to get some postcards.
All right. Thank you.
You know, my father used to say about lunch that it was the best meal he'd had since the day before. It's a terrific appetite, my father. He liked his food almost as much as your wife obviously likes Kelly. I'm sorry, but might I offer you a bit of advice?
Well, as long as I don't have to promise to take it.
Go to Nice for the afternoon.
Really? Now, why should I do that?
Well, she's not going to get very far here, you know. I mean, the fellow's miles away by now, if I know anything.
You seem very sure of it.
No, instinct, old boy, instinct. She's such a pretty little thing, isn't she? Interfering at this stage would only make her so depressed. Good afternoon, Mrs. Kelly. I'm terribly sorry. It's Mrs. Temple, isn't it? I'm awfully sorry.
Which local museum did he escape from?
And who sent him?
What?
Oh, is that? Darling, how did you know I wanted one of those?
Are you sure it's safe there, Gerard?
Well, there's nothing up there but a few snakes.
And the tray?
It's just a path.
Which is used?
Occasionally.
No, it's too risky. I don't think we can take Brechon's body out of town.
What?
There is a place Brechon used to store his contraband. It is derelict and ideal. And a suitable resting place.
Madame? Monsieur?
Hello. I wonder, is there somebody here we could talk to about a man called Kelly?
Kelly?
The man who's supposed to have committed a murder.
An imprudent choice of words, madame.
Well, my wife knows Richard Kelly rather well, officer.
Inspector, monsieur.
Inspector. Yes, and she's quite convinced that he's incapable of killing anything. I mean, even an insect. So.
Oh, he hated violence more than anything else.
But the facts are clear.
Inspector, the facts must be wrong.
Steve, if you...
Monsieur shows admirable restraint.
Monsieur's merely advising Madame to wait until she's heard these facts from you.
Monsieur is also clever with words.
Monsieur ought to be.
Madame?
I take it you've got a file on the case, have you?
Oh, of course, but unfortunately I cannot...
Would you be an angel?
Well, well, well.
Mr. Temple, isn't it?
Oh, now, I'm sure your colleague in the restaurant told you, didn't he?
He did just mention, and your charming wife, of course. Are you on vacation or just passing through?
Well, at the moment, we're rather busy looking for somebody.
His name's Kelly.
Yes, but then I'm sure your friend...
Springett, Reggie Springett.
Yes, I'm sure Springett told you that as well, didn't he?
You haven't found him by any chance, have you? Kelly, I mean.
Oh, you're looking for him too?
Well, I wouldn't say no to a teeny tete-a-tete with him.
With Springett in attendance, huh?
Oh, well, of course. After all, we do work for the same firm. Insurance.
Oh, I see.
Reggie and I, we cover the whole of the south coast of France. Just us. Together.
Investigating what?
Well, in this case, theft.
What exactly was stolen?
Pretty stones, of course.
Which Kelly's supposed to have taken?
Did take.
While he was committing this murder?
No. He stole the jewels, then he committed the murder. Reggie and I, we pride ourselves on getting our facts immaculately clear and correct.
Yes. And the victim?
One of us, poor fellow. Retired.
It's quite a coincidence, isn't it?
He was quite a wealthy man.
No, I meant both the murderer and the victim coming from the same country.
Wasn't Trotsky assassinated by Russians in Mexico, Mr. Temple?
What?
How exactly did it happen?
Well, no harm done, I suppose. It happened in an apartment in Nice. That's where the victim lived. Kelly had got hold of a key, somehow.
From his accomplice?
Oh, who was that?
We don't know for certain. That's to say, we imagine he had an accomplice.
So for the record, Kelly was alone in the flat, was he?
Oh, yes, we know that for certain. It's no good. I haven't got my reading glasses.
Kelly was alone in the flat committing the theft when the owner returned.
And disturbed it?
Well, of course, dear fellow. He didn't know that Kelly was in the apartment at the time.
And then?
Then there was a scuffle.
You know there was a scuffle?
From the damage caused to the room, monsieur, and also...
From the injuries sustained by the victim, from which he since died?
I say, that's jolly clever.
Well, no, not really, no. I wrote it in a book once. It was never published. No, my agent told me that the experts thought it was a little too amateur.
Oh, bad luck.
The victim fell, I suppose.
Fracturing his skull.
Well, there you are, Steve. Looks like an open and shut case. Thank you very much for your help.
Not at all. Call again any time. I'll have Monsieur Springett, if you please, on the line in my office.
Paul! Paul! You ordered coffee, remember?
Very convincing, weren't they? Carlton and Springett.
You don't believe those two, do you?
It depends what you mean. Kelly is certainly guilty of something. Otherwise, why would they be so interested in him?
It was all so pat. I mean, half the time I didn't know whether they were telling you what happened or you were telling them. And as for that rubbish about an accomplice...
Now that's what I think is the key. Cherchez l'accomplice.
Cherchez la femme. Paul? You know when I went looking for Kelly this morning,
What, you mean to the Bar Fontaine?
there was a very pretty girl there. Kelly's type, all right.
Well, of course, darling, like you.
She said she didn't know him.
Well, maybe she didn't.
Could somebody paint you in the nude without you knowing it?
What?
There was an unmistakable painting of her on the wall. Well, done by Kelly.
Over there.
Oh, that's odd.
What?
Well, the painting of the girl is gone.
Did you see her around here anywhere?
Monsieur?
Evening.
Or will you have to drink, monsieur?
Darling.
Oh, cognac.
2, please.
2 large cognac.
No, ordinary ones will be fine.
The blonde on the dance floor.
Your drinks, monsieur?
One? Oh, I'm sorry. How much?
You pay later.
Oh, fine.
I think I'm going to have to leave you.
What?
Well, she's not going to talk to you with me around, is she?
Who wants to talk?
Françoise?
Cognac?
Champagne.
Champagne for the lady. Why don't we go and sit over there? It looks far more cozy.
Françoise?
It's nice. Are you in here every night?
I work here. What's your name?
Paul. And you're François. And you know Richard Kelly,
Kelly?
the artist.
I know no one of that name.
Well, my wife thinks you do. You see, there was a drawing of you on that wall this morning, done by Kelly, and now it's gone. Did you remove it, François? In case anybody came here asking for it.
Who are you?
I'm a friend of his.
He seems to have a lot of friends all of a sudden.
Just when he needs a lot of help, you mean? I've been hearing about the murder,
Please, go away.
and I want to talk to his accomplice. Do you know who that might be?
Maybe. You're not the police.
No.
Who then?
Now, does it matter if I want to help him?
Well, not for me. Him.
Do you work with him, Francois?
Sure.
How do you do it? I mean, what's the system?
People come in here, rich tourists. I talk to them and find out where they live.
And then Kelly goes along later, you mean?
He does a drawing of them while I talk to them. Afterwards, I point out the ones worth a visit.
Did he do a drawing of the man he robbed last night?
Yes.
Where is it, do you know?
Fontaine. Françoise, for you again. I thought I told you, no private calls.
Hello? Where are you? All right, I'll come. I have to go.
Something wrong?
Please, I have to go.
Françoise?
Monsieur, your bill.
Oh, yeah. May I see that?
But this is by an artist, monsieur. A professional.
And you want your 10%?
Well. I just met your wife walking back to the hotel. Spot of domestic bother. Has she let you off the leash for the night?
Something like that, yes.
Oh, jolly good, jolly good. Oh, what's good for the goose? Coca-Cola, please. You enjoying yourself?
Enjoying myself? And finding out about the man Kelly's supposed to have murdered.
Ah, how interesting.
Yes. Very.
Kelly?
Françoise? Have you got the money?
Yes, I said I would. Kelly, people have been asking for you.
People? What people?
2 men and a girl.
Was that one of them?
Yes. He's from the police. The other 2 are English.
This girl, was she about 5'6" with short brown hair?
Yes.
And the man?
He says he knows you, a man called Paul. Stephen, Paul. He wants to help. He's heard about last night. He doesn't believe you did it.
Well, I did.
Oh, no, Kelly. You couldn't kill anyone. Richard!
I wanted his boat, and he wouldn't help. So you go back to these people and tell them not to interfere, will you?
No.
Tell them to leave me alone.
Kelly!
I've got the rest of the money. So now, will you take me to Africa?
You're persistent, my friend.
Will you do it? It's all there.
You know I like you. You know what you want, and you go and get it. Huh?
When do we sail?
Tomorrow.
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
I mean, our Mr. Carlton agrees. It's a very good likeness of him. The beard is a little undisciplined, he said, and that was that.
Oh, didn't he give any explanation of what's been going on?
No. He sort of beamed at me several times. And then he told me to go away. Well, what's so funny about that?
The rise and fall of the great detective.
I see.
No, Paul, don't. You'll frighten her. She's been making up her mind for some time. She's worried about something.
Well, she doesn't have to worry. I mean, we know now Kelly didn't kill anybody. He's alive, Francois. I've just left him, so Kelly's in the clear.
No, he's not.
What do you mean?
He's killed another man.
You know this?
Kelly told me. Brechon, a fisherman. He killed him to steal his boat.
You mean to make his getaway?
Yes.
But if he didn't kill Carlton in the first place, why did he need to make a getaway? Are you sure about this?
I even saw the body last night.
When you left the club to see Kelly?
And where's Kelly now?
All I know is Brechon's boat is gone. Paul, he doesn't want your help.
Doesn't he?
When I told him you were here, he just said don't interfere. He gave me this.
Well, that's the man I keep bumping into.
Kelly do it. It was the man who was following him. He's a policeman.
How do you know he's a policeman?
He told me.
So you do know?
Yes, monsieur.
Is he a policeman?
Well, what does he do?
He works, monsieur, for, well, whoever pays him the most money.
A very guarded remark. Doing what?
Well, I don't know much about him, monsieur. He's just not, well, a very good man.
I see. Where can I find him?
Monsieur, he's a very dangerous man. Everybody knows this.
All right. Where can I find him?
Monsieur, he's very foolish. But, well, his van is often on the waterfront. He trades with the fishermen.
Not very inviting, is it?
Who needs an invitation? There he is.
Paul, that's Kelly with him.
And what's keeping Brechon?
Don't worry.
The longer I stay here, the more chance I've of being caught.
How can we attract his attention? Come on.
You should not have brought Kelly here, Brechon.
He could hardly have been left.
Why not? You know he's wanted by the police.
He's too persistent, isn't he?
No, it's academic anyway. He has to be disposed of.
Naturally, but when we are out at sea...
Yes? Where are they? The police. They're at the lodge. You must get out. They mustn't see you here. Quick, quick. Get into the car. Come on.
Wait. We might be able to turn this to our advantage.
Police are onto him.
Oh, if Kelly sees him, he'll panic.
Let's get him out of there.
Understand?
Perfectly.
Keep Kelly occupied until the police get around to you.
Then hand them over.
Steve, get back to the car and start it up. I'll get Kelly.
Not a word, Mr. Temple.
At least not until the police have taken Kelly.
Well, are you satisfied now he's caught?
Kelly has a lot to answer for, Mr. Temple.
Not murder.
A necessary little lie to stop you and your charming little wife from interfering, Mr. Temple.
A lie? Well, why have you two been hounding him?
Observing him would be a more accurate choice of word, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but why?
For his own protection. We don't want Kelly harmed, do we?
Tell me, what kind of insurance are you two involved in?
Mr. Temple, you're a simply marvellous, isn't he? Simply marvellous thriller writer, but...
I'm being a damn nuisance?
Oh, I don't think...
We would never have put it quite like that.
No, but I'm interfering in areas that don't concern me. Is that what you're saying?
Well, we are, after all, servants of Her Majesty.
I see.
We're so glad.
Oh, by the way, do be careful how you leave this place. They are rather touchy about trespassers, you know.
Thank you, monsieur, for your cooperation. And again, my apologies for interrupting you.
Oh, thank you for acting so promptly. One hardly likes a thief and murderer lurking in the garden, does one?
No, indeed not. Au revoir, monsieur.
Au revoir, monsieur. Well, I think the police were well satisfied. And they saved us the trouble of getting rid of Kelly.
Shirley, let me get out to sea now before there are any more complications.
Oh, that's jolly good. Kelly, you have done well, hasn't he?
Very well.
No one's running the operation.
And this man?
He's the electronics expert, I presume.
Yes. The monitoring equipment's going in the hold. It's the only place there's room for it.
And the Americans start their exercises next week.
Almost the whole of the Sixth Fleet involved.
You have done well.
Very well.
Well, aren't you going to pick them up now you know where their headquarters are?
Oh, no, dear fellow, no. We wait till the exercises start, then we put them in the bag, together with all the relevant information that their little boat has relayed back to them.
Can I go now?
Not yet.
But you said if I helped out, he'd...
I'm not thinking of your past misdemeanors, Kelly.
What then?
Temple. Give him time to get out of Villefranche first, eh? You know what an obstinate fellow he is where puzzles are concerned.
And we mustn't give him too much information for his novels, must we?
No, we mustn't. Must we?
Thank you.
Thank you, monsieur. Your card, monsieur.
Thank you. Good.
Thank you very much.
What are you doing? We're not going yet, are we?
Yes, of course.
Well, what about Kelly?
Kelly? Who's Kelly?
Paul.
Steve, I'm going back to England right now. Now, are you coming or not?